Two MIT-educated brothers are facing serious charges for allegedly pulling off a major crypto crime. Federal prosecutors say Anton and James Pereira Bueno carried out a crypto heist in a matter of seconds. They accuse the brothers of stealing $25 million worth of Ethereum crypto in what's being called a first-of-its-kind fraud case. They're both facing charges related to conspiracy, wire fraud, and money laundering, and they could face a maximum of 20 years behind bars for each of those counts. NBC News has reached out to both of the brothers' legal teams, but we have not heard back yet. Let's bring in NBC News legal analyst Angela Cenedella for more on this. I mean, Angela, this is a wild case. We mentioned that it's considered kind of a first-of-its-kind fraud case. It seems like one of the arguments here is, okay, you might not like it, but this isn't really theft because this is an unregulated system and we didn't do anything necessarily illegal. We just exploited loopholes, in effect. Do you buy an argument like that?
So look, that's certainly what the defense is saying, and I think that it's a possible argument that could be successful because nobody really understands the whole crypto arena. And I think it's so interesting because this argument goes both ways, right? So we have the defense here saying we're just the biggest, baddest, strongest, fastest. This is like what people do. Usually when criminals or alleged criminals are on trial, they're sheepish, but these alleged criminals here are actually very proud of what they've done. But then when you hear what the prosecution has laid out, there do seem to be a lot of very specific steps that I think could technically prove fraud. So first, they're arguing that these brothers created a trap, that they set out this fake financial option to lure in these automated bots. And then once those bots started the transaction, then the brothers did this fancy bait and switch with the code to basically take all the money from them. So an example would be like if we were at a vending machine and I put coins into the vending machine expecting to get out a soda. But instead, all I get out is a soda bottle that is worthless because in the period and time frame of that transaction, someone has taken all the soda out of it. So from the point of the government, this is clearly fraud. But as you laid out from the defense's perspective, this is just the game. There's no regulation.
Okay, so what do you think happens next here? I mean, how do you imagine this playing out in court? And when we talk about this as a first-of-its-kind case, is that accurate? Or are there other court cases that could maybe set some sort of precedent or come into play here as well?
So the government has secured some convictions in the crypto space, but they are very specific and much more traditional, more like related to covering up criminal behavior or related to insider trading. This is truly the first case of its kind where we have one side saying this is literally how the crypto industry works. But also of real interest is the victims here, okay? So the government is saying that the victims are these automated bots. But then what the defense here is saying is that these bots are considered predatory themselves, that if these bots were doing what they're doing on Wall Street, it would actually be considered illegal. So if that is considered okay and they get the protection of the government, what does that mean about the industry? Are they really doing something wrong?
Okay. What do you think we should watch for as this case moves forward? I mean, could we see somebody on Capitol Hill saying, okay, this is the example where we decide we need to actually dabble in regulation here, or is it just really day by day?
Yeah, so I think eventually, not sure the timeline, but Congress will at some point pass laws in this space because it certainly is not an industry that is dying down. Also, regulations could happen, but to the extent there is any court precedence here that says that this is fraud, that people cannot be doing this, I do think that would have really wide-reaching effects. Because, as you said many times, this has not happened before, Ellison. It's a brand new arena, brand new prosecution, and we don't know it's going to end up.
It'll be a fascinating to watch. Angela Cenedella, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.